How was your relationship with Dennis Rodman?
I don't know. When a man's wanting to dress and want to play basketball, I think he's just looking for a lot of attention. I'm talking about it in my book. So we was at the strip club in New York, me, LT, OJ Anderson, all these guys, my nephews, and Dennis Rodman walk in. He got a dress on. And he shook everybody's hand. At this time, I had stopped dealing with him shaking his hand. He can't speak to me. And if you see me now, he on that Barker list. Not, but he went so he had a dress on. So LT, he ain't said nothing, but I did. And he stopped by my nephew. I said, Dennis, I said, which bathroom are you going in tonight? Because he had a dress on. I said, let me know, okay? And they used to laugh. And I mean, I think Dennis lost some happened to him from late Detroit, early Chicago, because he wasn't like that when he first got in the league. I think he just wanted so much attention. You start putting so many holes in your ears and dyeing your hair and, wearing dresses. And what will he do next? I don't know. I asked Madonna or either the Baywatch girl what he did. But if I was a female, I wouldn't want to be with him. He just looked nasty. A lot of chicks like guys like that. Look nasty, look crazy.
And you say he can't shake your hand and speak to you?
No, he can't. So it's a couple of reasons, but okay, so I had a restaurant in Florida, and I was involved in a restaurant, Red Steakhouse. And matter of fact, we was at the Bar One, Hotel One on South Beach at the rooftop. So it was appearance. I didn't know he was gonna be there. So both of us was there at the same time. And we casual. That's probably the last time we really spoke. And so his sun was going down about 6:30, 5:36, 7, whatever. He's like, "Oh, what you doing tonight? I heard you got a restaurant." I said, "Yeah, we got a steakhouse on Washington, 2nd of Washington." He said, "You gonna be there?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there about 7:30 or 8." So, it was about an hour and a half. I don't know what he did in this hour and a half, but anyway, so about 7:15, 7:30, I had headed towards the restaurant, but I stopped in Prime 112 to holler at Miles. He's the owner of Prime 112. So I'm talking to Miles. I get a phone call. They said, "Oh, where you at?" I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Dennis here." I said, "I told him I was gonna be there." He said, "No, he's there, but guess what he's doing? He walking around eating off people's plates." I said, "What?" He said, "Get here right away." I said, "I'm around the corner. I'll be there in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes." So I walked from Prime 112 around the corner. So I ain't walked right in. So I looked and peeped in the window, right? He walking around. I said, "Oh, So I go in. I went like same way I went to Barkley. I went straight to him. I grabbed him by his neck and I pulled him out here. I pulled him out and I said, "If I ever see you again, you better be in a police car." I threw him out. And it was just crazy. He walking around eating up. See, he think it was funny. That's bad. Like, how is that funny? So yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, damn, he walking around, he really doing this. But yeah, I mean, Dennis, he was special in what he did. He in the Hall of Fame. So I figured if you let Dennis in the Hall of Fame, it got to be another room for me to get in one day somewhere. I don't want to be in the same room he in. I don't get down like that. I don't play I don't do a lot of playing around. I just don't. A lot of people says, "Why you so serious?" I just don't play with grown people. I just don't.
How did Jordan truly feel about him? Was he annoyed by all the things he was doing, all the shenanigans?
I think Mike had to put up with it because what he was bringing on the floor, nobody could do that. They put up with it. They got rings. Like I said, people put up with something long as they're winning. When they losing, it's totally different. So, Mike didn't have to deal with him too much. They didn't hang out, to my knowledge, after the game or, whatever. Dennis came when he came to practice. He practiced, went by his business, so he was good at what he did. But And I would be second guessing the guy too, wearing dresses and lipsticks and all this and that. He didn't have to dress up for Halloween. He was already Halloween. All the lipstick and piercing earrings, nose. Oh man, tongue. The other thing rubbed me the wrong way. I remember now was at Jerry Krause's funeral. He came in. He seemed like he just left the bar when he got there. It was people so like, and I told him, I did a Matumbo. Don't come this way, buddy, because I don't like you anyway. But he was toe up, and that was bad. He came, but they probably would wish he never, came because he was just toe. I mean, you can smell him 20 yards away. He was smelling that bad, but he did come. So